All right. Good evening. My name is Monique Monroe. We are about to get started. Just going to give folks a few more minutes to join. I'm going to go ahead and start sharing our slides. And if you want, you can let us know where you're joining us from. I'm in Maryland, and I know we get folks from everywhere. But thank you guys for joining. You could let us know if you have certifications already. Are you just getting started? Myself, I have CompTIA Network Plus, CompTIA Security Plus, and AWS Cloud Practitioner. Hey, Kiro, Silver Spring. That's right around the corner. Awesome. Awesome. Are you already in IT or are you getting started? Looking for more certs? Awesome. Awesome. Good stuff. Cool. Congratulations. I hope you finish. I hope you pass and that you have a really awesome IT career. A plus is a good place to start. Hey, Maryland is in the house. Hey, Sion. CC from Maryland. Awesome. Oh, Maryland is in the house tonight. That's a good thing. That is always a good thing. Awesome. All right, so it's 7:02. I'm going to go ahead and start sharing our slides. Thank you, everyone, for who's already here. So as I said, my name is Monique Monroe, founder of Business Prep, and we are going to start with the basics. I don't know where everyone is, if you're just graduating high school or college, or you already have a career and you're thinking about transitioning into IT. So I might cover some things you already know, but again, this is for everyone and we're all starting at different levels. So IT stands for Information Technology, and it is a set of related fields that encompass computer systems, software, programming languages, data and information processing, storage. IT is very broad, okay? So I knew when I first started, the only career that I really knew about was a system administrator. Like that's what I had heard of. And then once I got my foot in the door, I realized that there were so many more careers. And here's a list of just a few, right? You have an IT specialist, a desktop support, a network engineer, system administrator, cybersecurity engineer, a cloud architect, a software developer, information assurance analyst, and a penetration tester, also known as a hacker. And this is just a few. There are so many more options out there when it comes to IT. And we're going to talk about, the certifications that you might need for each one, because just looking at these right here, these will all require different certifications. So we're going to talk about that later on. So tonight specifically, we are going to cover CompTIA A plus and CompTIA Security Plus, right? We're going to talk about the steps to get certified, and then I'm going to give you guys some resources, 2 that are free and 2 that you would have to pay for. All right, so let's talk about CompTIA certifications. So CompTIA stands for the Computing Technology Industry Association, and it's an American trade association. Now, they are not the only trade association in the United States, but they are one of the most well-known, right? So for CompTIA A+, this is considered the qualifying credential for technical support and IT operational roles that will help you launch your IT career. So A+ can really open the door for your IT career. We're talking IT, right? Now, it is composed of 2 tests, actually. You have Core 1 and Core 2. So just make note of that. And this is what you're going to learn as you're studying for your A+ exam. You have hardware, operating systems, networking, troubleshooting, mobile devices, cloud computing, security, and operational procedures, right? So that's just a few. A+ is very in-depth, and this is why it's broken down into 2 tests, because it really is a lot to cover. Now, CompTIA Security Plus, right? This is a certification that validates baseline skills necessary to perform core security functions and to pursue an IT security career. So what I want you to understand is that your CompTIA A+ can open the door to your IT career. CompTIA Security Plus will open the door to your cybersecurity career, right? You can get your CompTIA Security Plus and work help desk. And depending on where you will be working, that might actually be mandatory. So and we'll cover mandatory certifications later on. I'll give you guys a link to that. But especially for my folks here in Maryland or in the DMV area, there's something called 8140, DOD 8140. And these are required certifications if you're going to work for the federal government or for a federal contractor. And we'll talk about that later on. So CompTIA Security Plus is one test, whereas CompTIA A+ is comprised of two tests, right? And this is what you're going to learn. You have general security concepts, security architecture, security operations, security program management. See a theme going here, threats, vulnerabilities, and mitigations. So not as much as your CompTIA A+, but definitely very important information for you to know. All right, so these are the steps that you can take to get your certification. And this is coming from the CompTIA website. I'm not making these up. First, you want to choose your certification, and that is going to be based on your career goals. So if you remember that one slide that had, 10 different jobs listed, if you want to work in the cloud, that will require cloud certifications. If you want to be a system administrator, those will require more than likely Microsoft certifications. If you want to work help desk, that's going to be CompTIA A+. If you want to be a cybersecurity analyst, you're looking at CompTIA Security Plus. And there are so many more certifications that are out there. So what we're going to do tonight is we're going to go on LinkedIn. We're going to look at some of those job titles, look at the jobs, and then look at the certifications that they require. That will let you know what certifications you need. There are a lot of folks out there who are just trying to make money and tell folks to take certifications that they may not need at all. But here we're going to focus on what's actually needed, and that is going to be based off of the career that you choose, right? So review the exam. You can actually start studying for the exam to understand how it's composed, multiple choice. I think there was actually a lab portion to my Security Plus where I had to do some matching. So you want to understand how the test is made up. You also want to study for your exam, really important. So CompTIA actually has a lot of free downloads, right? You can download questions and review. That's really going to help you develop your how you're going to study. So for myself, when looking at questions, I like to eliminate the wrong answers and focus on, the two that it could be. But we all study differently. But when you're looking at the exam, that's really going to help you figure out how best it is for you to study, because we all learn differently, right? And then you can also register and then take the exam. So right now, today is July 24th. So let's say you want to test on December 24th, Christmas Eve. You can actually go ahead and pay for that now. You can say, I want to test on this date. And that actually helps you, because what you'll do is then set up a study plan. I'm going to study this many hours every day, every week, up until December, and then you can take your exam. So again, you don't have to be studied right now, but if you want to, you can definitely go ahead and purchase a voucher so you can take the exam. All right, so we just covered CompTIA's 4 steps. Now I really want to focus on the career pathway. So what we're looking at here are a few options you have when it comes to getting into IT, getting into cybersecurity. Number one thing is that degrees are not required, right? We're going to look at some jobs on LinkedIn, and you will see for many of them, they do not list that you need a cybersecurity degree or anything like that. We're also going to talk about the entry-level certifications. The ones in blue are the ones that we've spoken about tonight, but there are other certifications out there. The ones in the rectangle, these are your entry-level certifications. Remember, these will open the door. A+ will open the door to IT, and Security Plus will open the door to cybersecurity. So just remember that. If you want to be a network engineer, then it would make sense to take the Network Plus. Remember, it's based off of your career goals and the job titles that you're interested in. And then after you get your Security Plus, you have even more options, right? You can go towards the cloud. You can go towards more towards cybersecurity, as far as like pen testing, again, being a hacker and different things like that. So there are levels to this. And I have heard folks say that they were told they need to get all of the entry-level certifications in order to start their career. That is not true. You can skip ITF, which stands for IT Fundamentals. You can skip ITF. You can skip A+. You can skip Network Plus, and you can go straight to Security Plus. That is completely up to you as an individual. If you are a tech person and think that you can study and pass a test, then you can do that. If you're not a tech person and think that you need a little bit more time, getting your foot in the door, then you can start at A+. But if someone says you have to get all 4, that is not true. Okay. Yes, there will be a Q&A towards the end. And I see your question, Marco. I will answer your question. Just let me get through this last slide, okay? So as I said, it is not required for you to get all entry-level certifications in order to start your career. That is something that's being said, possibly for whatever organization to make more money, right? If you take 4 certifications, that's 4 different times that you'll have to pay them, or however that's working out. So degrees are not required, and you do not have to get all certifications. Also note, it's really important that you take these in the correct order. I have seen on LinkedIn where someone will post, they just got their A+ certification. I'll say congratulations. But when I look at their page, they had their Security Plus certification months ago. So the way that this works is that each certification builds on top of the other. And when you get your A+, if you get your Network Plus afterwards, it will help renew that certification. I received my Network Plus first, and then 2 months later, I got my Security Plus. That automatically renewed my Network Plus, right? If I get my Security Plus first and then get my A+, A+ cannot renew or recertify your Security Plus. So it's really important that you get these in the right order, okay? Let's see, Marco had a question. You've been applying for many job positions, but all entry-level cybersecurity are requiring engineering knowledge. Engineering knowledge. Okay, so Marco, we're going to go onto LinkedIn in a little bit, and we're going to look at some jobs, because you might be thinking, so cybersecurity, this is what I'm going to say about the job titles. Many companies will say cybersecurity engineer, and it might be engineering and it might not be engineering. It literally depends on the company, right? I've worked for companies where the job title was cybersecurity engineer. I was really doing the work of an ISO, an information system security officer, or an information assurance analyst. Those 3 roles are very similar, and depending on the company, it can be interchanged. So you really want to read the job description, and that's how you'll know if this is truly engineering or if this is a cybersecurity analyst role. For engineering, yes, an engineering role will usually require a degree. So if you're just looking for cybersecurity, you might have to look for some different job titles, okay? And we'll cover that once we log into LinkedIn. All right, so let's go ahead and get there now. Hey, BJ, I see you're from Seattle. Awesome. I know it's early over there. Thanks for joining. So oh, you're welcome, Marco. And when we go on LinkedIn, I'll go more into detail there as well. So here are some resources. I'm going to go to each one of these websites, right? And we're going to look around. I'll show you guys where you can get more information. So right now, let's go ahead and go to CompTIA. I'm going to put this link in the chat so you guys can go there. And I'm going to share that screen. All right, hopefully everyone can see the CompTIA page. All right, so this is CompTIA.org. Remember, they are a trade association, but they are one of the most well-known in the United States. So right here, we're going to go to certifications, but do take note, they have a lot of information here for training, for testing, for continuing education. And real quick, what this means is that you have to renew your certification every 3 years. And like I mentioned, certain certifications will renew ones before that you took before. So you just want to make sure that you're getting the right certifications, because not all of them will. And they have information here about continuing education, multiple renewals, the fees you do have to pay per year are all combined at the 3-year mark. They have different CompTIA events. They have resources here, like a career roadmap, IT salary calculator, just lots. And right here, if you're thinking about changing careers, they have information here as well. All right, so let's go ahead and look at their certifications. Right now, they're having a sale, 15% off. All right. So my slides are actually outdated because there is a new certification that CompTIA added, I'd say within the past maybe 2 months or so, right? And this is called Tech Plus. All right, so here, ITF, that was on the slide. This is IT Fundamentals. Then you have CompTIA Tech, CompTIA A Plus, and CompTIA Network Plus. So again, remember, it's really important that you take these certifications in the right order, okay? If you start at Network Plus and then go back to ITF, it's very likely ITF is not going to help you renew your certification, okay? So just remember that. They build on top of each other. So you have these 4. Then you have CompTIA Security Plus, Cloud Linux Server, CYSA, that's Cybersecurity Analyst, CASP, Pen Test, Data Sys, Data X, Project, and then Cloud Essentials, okay? 1, 2, 3, and 4. So they have 16 certifications now. So we're going to focus tonight on A+, and then we're also going to look at Security Plus. All right, so here we go. You can simply buy, the exam and training right now. That is an option, but we're going to go all the way down the page. Again, this is the industry standard for establishing your career in IT, and I agree. So they're giving you information. They have testimonials. They have a breakdown of what's in Core 1 and Core 2. Okay. They're also right here. CompTIA is compliant with ISO 17024 standards, as well as DoD 8140. Okay, and we're going to actually go to that website in a few as well. So this is what you're going to learn with CompTIA A+. Remember, I gave you just a few bullet points, but this goes more into detail. And then these are some job titles. You have help desk technician, IT specialist, data support, technical support specialist. And what's interesting, again, because I know Marco, I was just talking about the job titles. A help desk technician, a technical support specialist, an IT specialist, and desktop support. Those are 4 different job titles that could sometimes mean the same thing, just at different companies. That's why it's so important to actually read the job descriptions so you really understand what it is that they're looking for. And these are some organizations that recommend or require that you have a CompTIA A+ certification in order to work with them or for them. All right, you have more testimonials. You have information about the exam. This one was launched in April 2022. It is updated every few years. You have the 2 exams. It's 90 questions and you have 90 minutes, which might sound kind of crazy, but you will hopefully have some time left over where you can actually go back and look at your answers. The passing scale for one test is 675, and for the other one, it's 700. They recommend that you have some hands-on experience. That's not mandatory. All right. And then they are comparing A+ to other exams. So this Microsoft MCSA is one that is commonly used if you want to go into system administration. They have exam prep. So these are some different ways that you can study. Certification renewal. So you need the 20 CEUs to renew, and it explains everything right here. And there's a link to their continuing education program. All right. And then these are some options on their website. If you wanted to just purchase the voucher, like I mentioned before, let's say you want to test in December, you can buy the voucher now and go ahead and schedule your test date. They have a bundle, which is the voucher, Cert Master Learn, and then Cert Master Practice. They have the basic bundle. They have the exam prep bundle. And then I believe they have a few more options right here. All right, you have the e-learning bundle and then the live online training, right? So this is all A+. Let's go ahead back and we're going to look at Security Plus. See if there are any questions. All right, so Security Plus, this is one exam. You can save 41% purchasing here. And then they're giving you a breakdown of what it's comprised of. This exam 601 actually ends July 31st, 2024. All right, which means that 701 will be coming out. So whenever you start studying for Security Plus, make sure you are studying for the right exam. They have more information about it. What you're going to learn. We touched on this a little bit, but it goes more into detail here. These are some jobs that you can get with your Security Plus. I don't actually agree with all the job titles that are here. I think it'll open the door to some of these jobs, but network security analyst, security architect, definitely. For pen testing, you would probably need a pen testing certification. For cloud, you would need a cloud certification. So you would just have to get more detailed certifications, more specific. All right, these are some organizations that have contributed to the development of Security Plus. They have more testimonials. And again, you have an exam breakdown. So this one, 701, actually started in November of last year. So 601 is the one that ends July of this year. This one has 90 questions. It's also 90 minutes. A passing score is 750 out of 900. Okay. They're again comparing CompTIA to other trade associations. So ISC 2 or squared, that is another well-known one. And then GIAC is another well-known trade association as well. Again, how to prepare. And this one has certification renewal. You need more certs. This is a higher level certification. And then they have your purchasing options. So the other test was not $400. It was cheaper. Security Plus cost a little bit more. But again, this is just a voucher and then studying on your own. Then you have the complete bundle, the basic bundle, exam prep bundle, and e-learning and live online training. So this is all on the CompTIA.org website. If you have questions, I'm sure you can find answers there. And yeah, that is not a free option. That's a paid option, right? So now we're going to go to a free option. This is perscalis.org. I'm going to share the link with you guys. So let's go there. All right, so now we are at the Perscalis website. So this is an IT school that I actually went to a few years ago. It is 100% free, okay? They have campuses all over the country. I want to say at least 20, and they just opened up a new one in Kansas City, I believe. And then I think before that was Buffalo. So the way that it works, this is a free school that you literally pay for nothing. They also pay for you to take the exam. It is a Monday to Friday, 9 to 4 type schedule. So if you are a student right out of high school or college, this is a great option. If you are unemployed, this is a great option. I think for folks who are working, that's where it can be a little bit tricky. So let's go ahead and look at the locations. So each location is going to have its own set of classes. It's not identical throughout the country. So I noticed we have some folks who are in Maryland. So Maryland actually has 2 campuses. There's one in Baltimore, and we can look at what they have or what courses they offer. So Baltimore has AWS Restart, which is a course I actually took, and I have my AWS Cloud Practitioner certification. They have Future Powered by Tech Systems, and then they also have IT support. So for their IT support, you would graduate with, or if you pass a test, your CompTIA A+ certification, and then your Google IT support certification. This class is remote and hybrid, it looks like. The next class is starting September 23rd, and you have to apply by September 9th, okay? So very important to know. Let's go ahead and look at another city. Anyone else? I think someone said they're from Seattle. Let's go ahead and look at Seattle. I think they're on here. Yep, Seattle is here. So let's check them out. So it looks like they have a few. They also have AWS Restart. That one starts in December. You have to apply by November 18th. It's 100% remote. Ooh, wow. They actually have CompTIA cybersecurity analyst. That's 100% remote. That's awesome. So more than likely to get into that class, you might need to have some IT experience already, because that is a much higher level certification. Desktop support, that one you would graduate if you pass with your CompTIA A+. This one is 100% remote. This one starts September 30th, and you have to apply by September 16th. They have the Future Powered by Tech Systems. They have more. They have IT support again. This one is in person. So the other one was remote. This one is in person, also with the CompTIA A+ certification. And then you have a software engineer training, which that's pretty awesome. This one is 100% remote. Let's see. And that's all they have. So this campus in Seattle actually has 6 different courses available. So this is why it's important to go to the website, look at the location nearest you and see what they have, because it's going to be different from city to city. Let's see, is there anyone else who wants to check and see other locations? Yes, remote options are available. And again, it depends on the location. Not everyone will have remote CompTIA A plus. Some will and some won't. Okay, Joelle had a question. Would you have to have experience in sysadmin role to SOC analyst? So SOC analyst, I don't believe I personally don't know anyone who started as a SOC analyst. Okay. I see you have help desk experience. I don't believe so. So SOC analyst, that has to do a lot more so with networking and tracing and tracking pings and making sure you're what you're looking at is the networking of that system from here to there, whereas help desk is really just like desktop support. System administrators, they're kind of like the gatekeepers, right? System administrators will determine who gets access to the network, to the system, to the domains, and they will put you into groups. They're going to decide what privileges you have. That's what they're going to do. So I don't believe system administrator has anything to do with being a SOC analyst. When we go to the LinkedIn website, we'll look at some SOC analyst positions and see what it is that they're looking for. And that will hopefully help answer that question for you. Okay, I have no experience in the IT field. Where do I start exactly? I was looking into ITF. Yes. So if you have no experience, then IT fundamentals would be a good place to start. I do know that, and I don't know why CompTIA created the ITF and then also now the Tech Plus, but I do know from organizations that teach CompTIA A plus that it is a hard exam and that not everyone passes. So I'm thinking they created these other almost like prerequisites or pre-screening exams. If you can pass the ITF and the tech, then you will hopefully be good for the A plus. But then again, if you're really good at studying, you might be able to go straight to A plus. So what I would recommend is actually going to their website, looking at some of the free exams that are available. Look at the exams and, ask yourself, if I studied this for a few months, would I be able to pick up A plus? Or does it seem a bit difficult and maybe you want to start at ITF? So I would look at the exams and that would definitely help you. Okay, so you have CompTIA A plus and you're studying for Network Plus and you want to work in help desk. Okay, so I would say for help desk, you don't necessarily need Network Plus. Network Plus is more so if you want to be like a network engineer. But this is my opinion. This is, not the Bible or fact or anything like that. This is just my opinion. You can get a help desk job with just the A plus. And honestly, you could probably well, when we get to the DoD certifications, let's look at those, and then you can make a decision from there. Because I don't even think that Network Plus is on that list, but we'll get there in a second. All right, guys. So I've shown you to Orlando. Let's see if they have any for Orlando. Let's go ahead and check that out real quick. I believe. I think they're going to open a school in Orlando, Florida. Yes. Okay, so let's see what they have. I know last year it was not open. So it is open. That is really great news. I actually had a coworker who was trying to get their son into a class in Orlando when the school was not open yet, but it looks like it is open, and they have CompTIA A plus and the Google IT support. That course is going to start October 28th, and you have to apply by October 14th. So good luck. Let's see, who was that? That was Allison. Good luck getting into that course. All right, so we covered a free IT training with Perscalis, and then also paid training with CompTIA.org. So now let's go to another paid option This is going to be Udemy. I'm going to share this link with you guys. So let's say you cannot afford the CompTIA training that is, thousands of, dollars. Udemy does have some options. So Allison, you would actually go ahead and select that link. Let me go back to that page. If you go there and select that option, the end user desktop support, it's going to give you like a form to fill out. Simply fill that out, and then someone from Perscalis will reach out to you. Okay. How hard is it to get into those courses? I don't believe it's hard. I think so. You're going to apply, and then they're going to interview you. Because I think the thing with Perscalis is that this is a nonprofit, so they're really looking for folks who are unemployed, trying to transfer, looking for that career change. So you can't make a certain amount of money, I believe. You have to make sure that you're available Monday to Friday, 9 to 4, right? That's really important as well. So they're going to ask you all these questions like, if we accept you in, will you be able to be in class every single day? Because that's really important. Let's see. Let me see if I missed a question. Yeah, so then also Curo for Perscalis, you do have to take like a ninth grade English and math little test, which you should be fine passing that test. And then I think there's another interview after that, and then you would get into the course. So yeah, and again, you'd want to sign up sooner than later because it is free and lots of people are going to try to get in there. So I would try for sure. Okay, awesome. All right, so I'm going to go back real quick to Udemy and I will answer your questions, guys. Just give me a second to finish the Udemy part right here. So again, as I said, if you are not able to afford the training on CompTIA, you can purchase the voucher, but maybe you can't afford the thousands of dollars that it costs for their bundles and things like that. You could go here and type CompTIA Security Plus, and you're going to get a list of options. This one here is $109. So what I like to do is just filter this. I want everything that's 4.5 stars and above. It's English. Oops, it's too much. And, the duration, let's say I want 1 to 3 hours. So you want to just try to minimize it because really you're going to get thousands of options that you want to try to dwindle down. So now we're here. You have training that's $90, $45, $30. This one here, 109, part 3. So there you have lots of options. And then what you can do, so let's look at this one here. Let's see. I don't know who this person is, but let's look. They have 224 stars. They've had 15,000 students. Okay, that's quite a lot. This one is for is this the right exam? CompTIA Security Plus. It's giving you a breakdown of everything that you're going to get, what you'll learn, the lectures. So, you want to do your research and don't just pick anyone. You want to make sure that you are going to do your research, make sure that it's a reputable trainer. Because like this person here, like I said, 4.6 stars, 227 ratings, and they've taught 15,000 students. So that to me looks like a good option. And they cost $30, right? You want to look at everything that they're going to offer you and make sure that you're going to get your money's worth. And then many times you'll also see, Udemy has sales. You can buy things for like $9 sometimes. So yeah, just keep an eye out for Udemy. It is a great option if you purchase your voucher from CompTIA.org's website and then do your studying with one of the packages or programs they have here at udemy.com. And then another free option I want to share with you guys is going to be YouTube. Okay, what certs do I have? Real quick, I have Network Plus, Security Plus, and AWS Cloud Practitioner. I'm actually working on I'm working on 4 certifications this year: Google Cloud, Azure, CASP, and there's another one, Solution Architect. So yeah, we'll see. I have a lot. So I actually have to get the CASP to renew my Security Plus. So that's mandatory. And the others are just additional training. So I've been in cybersecurity for years, and now I'm going more so towards the cloud. So I'm really focusing on cloud certifications, like I said, Azure, Google Cloud, and Solution Architect. So yeah, that's what I'm doing now. Professor Messer is great, and this is a great free option. I want to show you guys, if you go to his videos and scroll down, he has Professor Messer, I think when I was studying, I had him on almost 24/7 in my car, while I'm grocery shopping, while I'm walking, like whatever I'm doing, Professor Messer was in my ear, and I was constantly listening to what he was saying. I want to say he even has like a Security Plus group, but these videos are all very current. This one is, like a month ago. This one is 3 weeks ago. This one is 2 weeks ago. Subnetting. Woo. Okay. This one is 3 days ago, right? So I'm just letting you guys know there are so many options out here. There's Mike Myers. He's another person that has a lot of free content out there. So you have those options. You have the paid options, which are CompTIA.org and Udemy.com. And then you have the free options of Perscholas.org, and then, going on YouTube. And there are other organizations out there. There's a group called Year Up that I believe also does free IT training. And I'm sure that there are lots more out there. So if you do the research, I'm sure that you can find it. There's also something called WIOA. I'm going to put this. WIOA is an option that's used, and you can find out about it through workforce development. So if you're unemployed, you can go to the workforce development in your county. You might have to take some resume classes with them and things like that, but they can actually pay for you to take IT training at IT schools in your county. So that's another really great option. I believe that was started under President Obama. So yeah, it's a really great option as well. Now let me try to answer some of the questions that you guys have. And let me scroll back up here. So Allison, I believe I answered your question about Orlando classes. Yep, just click on the actual course. Yep, you're on Udemy. So Marco said, I have your Security Plus, but I have a voucher to ITF. And I'm going to take it in July 30th. Does it increase my range of getting a job in tech or Sec Plus? Okay, so since you already have the voucher, then you do have to take the course unless you want to give it to someone. But this is why it's so important, why we went to the website, guys, because there is an order and for when it comes to taking the exams. So getting your Security Plus first, you already have that. that is higher than the ITF. So getting the ITF will not help renew your Security Plus. That's why it's really important. I highly recommend that you speak to folks who are already in the industry, and not necessarily, let's say, universities or just folks out there who aren't actually in the field, because they might give information that is inaccurate, right? So if you told me you had Security Plus, I would not tell you to go back and get IT fundamentals. But you already have it, you can take it. And just consider that, more learning and a lesson learned. So from now on, you can go to the CompTIA website and look for yourself and see which certification is going to help you renew your Security Plus. So hopefully that makes sense. You don't want to, if you paid for the voucher, you don't want to just like waste it. So yeah, I would definitely go ahead and take it, but just understand there is an order to renewing certifications or to taking those exams. All right. What is a good roadmap to get into cloud specialty? Okay, so getting into cloud, you can start with AWS, you can start with Microsoft Azure, or you can start with Google Cloud. So those are the three main cloud services that are out there right now. AWS has on their website, oh my goodness, they have so many certifications. They have a lot. And to start, you can always go with their cloud practitioner certification. Azure also has like a cloud fundamentals, and then Google Cloud certification is out there as well. So those would probably be required. And we're going to look at some cloud jobs if we have time. Well, okay, we're running out of time. So let me get to LinkedIn. Let's see, if you don't mind me asking, what made you want to make the switch to cloud? So I'm actually not necessarily making a switch. What I'm going to do is actually combine the two. That's my ultimate goal, right? Because the cloud is, it's a server that's in a warehouse somewhere, at a data center, I'm sorry. But that also has to be kept secure, right? So it's not just, doing the architecting on the cloud, but also keeping the cloud secure. That is my ultimate goal. So as I first get my foot in the door with the cloud, will I be doing security? Possibly. But my ultimate goal is to combine cybersecurity and the cloud, because I think, in my opinion, that is literally the future. But again, that's just my opinion. Okay. We have some more questions. Okay, awesome. Got it. Would it be the natural next level up from a job, or what would be? Okay, so the next level up from help desk, I would say could honestly be anything. And it also depends on where you work. I did help desk a few years ago, and depending on the company you work for, your experience could be night and day. Some programs really put money into their services and how they take care of their customers, and some programs don't. The program that I worked for, this was a really great company, Fortune 500. I mean, and this was during COVID as well. They set up all these parameters to help keep yourself and the customer safe. Because the thing with customer support is that you're taking phone calls, you're taking emails, and then you also have customers that come in through the door. So you need to take care of all of that, right? But also be safe at the same time. And whenever a position opened up within that specific department, whether it was a system administrator or information assurance, the folks on help desk would get first dibs, right? We have a position opening up. Is anyone interested? These are the requirements. If you meet them, then you can apply, right? So they're going to offer those positions to the folks in-house, And if no one meets that requirement, then they might offer it to someone else. But you can go honestly anywhere. You can go into cyber, you can go to system administrator, you can go. It really depends again on where you're working and what other positions they have available. And then also just keeping an eye out and networking. Networking is so important because, and that's why LinkedIn is so important, because folks they're gonna say when positions are coming available, and you want to be one of the first ones to apply. All right, so hopefully that answered your question. All right, so real quick, I want to share with you guys as well the 8140 website. Okay, so this one here, this is going to show the certifications that are required per DoD. It used to be called 8570. Now it is 8140. Okay. Network Plus actually is here, but it's at an AIT level 1, and A plus is here as well. But that might be the only place you see A plus and Network Plus. Other than that, you're going to see Security Plus. You're going to see Cybersecurity Analyst, and then CASP. So I'm just focusing on the CompTIA certifications, but as you can see, there are many other certifications out there as well. All right, so this one here is like management level. Security Plus is bumped down to a level 1. CASP is level 2, and then CISSP is kind of like the gold standard, honestly. If you get your CISSP, you're good. And then over here, CASP is now down to a level 1. It's also a level 2, and then obviously CISSP is level 3. Certified Ethical Hacking, CYSA, Cloud Plus, Pen Test. Yeah, you have a few options. All right, so the reason I'm showing you guys this information is because, again, there are folks out there who are going to tell you to take certifications that you may or may not need. So now we're going to go to LinkedIn, and we're going to look at a few positions. I'm going to try to finish by 8, guys. We're going to look at a few positions, and based on the position, that is going to tell you what certifications you need. Be very wary of folks who are trying to sell you things, trying to get you to take all these certifications. When I open my IT school, God's will, in a couple of months, I'm not going to say, you have to take ITF, Tech Plus, A Plus, Network Plus, and Security Plus. No, I'm not going to do that. We're going to talk about what it is you want to do, and this is the cert that'll open the door for you. All right, so let's go to LinkedIn and look at the jobs. So on your LinkedIn website, let me see. I think someone spoke about help desk. Yes, Kiro, did you get the link to the 8140? Let me know if you're not able to open it. This will be on YouTube. It will. All right. So real quick, we have a few minutes. Let's look at a help desk technician, and it's in DC. All right. And what I want to do is actually, let's say, posted within the past 24 hours, 24 results. All right. So this one here was posted an hour ago. This is for a senior help desk. 0 people have applied. Let's go ahead and scroll down. Another reason why I really like LinkedIn is because they're going to actually show you a lot of the keywords down here. Let me scroll down. So right here, these are keywords you can look at: computer hardware, networking, public trust, service desk, service management, ticketing system, troubleshooting. Those are some really good keywords you want to put in your resume. But looking at this position right here, let's look at the requirements. They're telling you you're responsible for tier 2 tickets. Let's see, a bachelor's degree in computer science or related fields. That's listed, but it might not be mandatory. They might take years of experience in lieu of not having a degree. They want you to have a minimum of 5 years of experience. They want you to know Active Directory, which is something system administrators also know. Let's see, they would like for you to be proficient with ServiceNow. That's a ticketing system that they use. You have to be a citizen. You have to be able to obtain a public trust, which is a type of security clearance. And this one, interestingly enough, I do not see certification listed, which is interesting. So if you did not have the certification, all right, so let's look at this one here. This one was posted 2 hours ago. One person has applied. This is on site. And again, lots of keywords that I can see. So let's go right to requirements. Okay, these are some skills they want you to know. These are all really good keywords, guys, when you're building your resume and your LinkedIn profile. Okay, again, I'm not seeing a certification listed. Interesting. Oh, wait, nope, I stand corrected. Preferred qualifications. They would like for you to have A+, Network+, Microsoft, or ITIL. Okay, so either one. And what's interesting is I've actually seen jobs where it says they'll take a Security Plus certification or a CISSP, which is kind of crazy because CISSP is like, top tier. So they would take either one, which is interesting. Let's see. Anyone want me to look in the screen isn't, let me see. View tab in StreamYard. Oh, you know what? I apologize, guys, that you can't see it. I don't know why. All right, let me try something. Let's see if I can share a different way. Stop screen share and share screen. Okay. All right, there we go. All right, guys, hopefully you can see it now. I was just looking at this position right here. This is a desktop support position in Gaithersburg. It was posted 2 hours ago. And when I go on here, I like to, I don't want to look at things that are a month old. I want to look at what was posted recently. You could also say entry level. So then it goes down to 19. All right, so let's look at this one. Actually says A+ certification. This is in Baltimore. It was posted 2 hours ago. 0 people have applied. This one is not an easy apply. So you would have to go, when you click apply, it'll take you to the company's website. Even if it is an easy apply, I would still also apply on the company's website. All right, 2 years of experience. And then A+ certification is required. Okay, so that's really important. This one is saying Baltimore City residents are encouraged to apply, but if you are from outside the city, I'm sure they would like for you to apply as well. And then they have more keywords. Cybersecurity, I think, Marco, you were looking into that. So let's do cybersecurity analyst. So as I mentioned, Marco, cybersecurity analyst, cybersecurity engineer, information assurance analyst, and an ISO those are job titles that can be interchanged depending on the company, right? So this one here is incident response. That's not what I'm looking for. IT security analyst. Okay, this could be something that might work for you. Marco, what city are you in? Let me know what city you're in and we'll look for that exactly. New York. I'm from New York. I'm from Brooklyn. Awesome. All right, so let's look in New York. Let's try to help you find something in New York. So NYC. I know we're going over time, guys. If you have to go, I understand. But if you guys want to stay longer, that works too. All right, so we're going to look for a cybersecurity analyst in New York City. Okay, what's going on? Oh, let me just reset everything. Oh, there we go. All right, so I want something posted in the last 24 hours. Experience level is entry, 78 results. Oh, I have remote on here. All right, that's good. All right, so let's look. We have some entry level. So even though I selected entry level, we still have a senior associate that came up. So that's going to happen. Let's see, security analyst. This one right here, cybersecurity analyst. So if a position is remote, it's probably not entry level. This one here, cybersecurity SOC analyst. So let's look at what they're asking for. That's a great pay range. And your responsibilities, security monitoring, like I was talking about with the network systems, intrusion detection. Let's see. Radar attacks. This is really good. Qualifications, a bachelor's degree, at least 3 years of experience, an equivalent combination of education and experience may be considered in lieu of a degree, and prefer at least one certification in the current platform. So let's look at, these are some of the skills that they would like for you to have. Listening, let's look for certifications. Okay, so they spoke that they would like for you to have a certification, but I do not see a specific certification listed that they are looking for. And if you guys see it, let me know. So this looks like a great opportunity. It's entry level, and it looks like you would learn a lot. This looks like a really good opportunity. So for myself, I was never able, like SOC analyst is actually a role that I would be interested in, but many times these operations run 24/7, 365. And as a mom, it's not like I can't at the drop of a hat just leave and go when there's a breach or an attack or whatever the case may be. And again, you have to know when you're doing your research into these different roles, like what is required. Is this a Monday to Friday 9 to 5? Or is this, you work 4 10s, sometimes the week? Like you really have to understand what they're asking for. So like I said, it's 12 a.m. to 8:30, 8 a.m. to 4:30, or 3 p.m. to 12. So SOC analysts have that type of schedule. This is a 24/7, 365 operation. So really, really important. But that looks like a great job title, security risk analyst. GRC is another way to get your foot in the door to cybersecurity. This was posted 1 day ago. Over 100 people have applied. Let's see. And it stands for Governance, Risk, and Compliance, which is also similar to Risk Management Framework, RMF. So let's see what certifications they're asking for. They're looking for 3 years experience. NIST, that's very important. This is kind of like the Bible for cybersecurity or IT. They make the rules, and then DoD will apply it one way, and it has to be applied. It's actually mandatory. They actually use ServiceNow for their ticketing system. Security certifications, CISSP, CISM. So these right here. So it says that these are a plus. I don't see where it says they're mandatory, but I'm pretty sure you're going to require a certification for this role. And yeah, these are really good certs to have as well. So let me see if there are any other questions. And I apologize, guys, that the screen was not sharing. Okay. Help desk in New York. Okay, I think I did help desk in DC. All right, so this will be the last one, guys. But also Marco, so because I'm very used to looking at IT roles in a DC area, in New York City, again, the naming convention might be a bit different. So the ones that I mentioned, and I think whatever came up just now as well, IT specialist, and I think also a lot of folks want to go like directly into cybersecurity, and that might be a little bit harder to do. Many times, even with your security plus, like I had, I could start at help desk and then work my way into cybersecurity. There's nothing wrong with that. And I know some folks might look down on help desk, but honestly, I had a great experience in help desk, depending on the company. And you learn a lot, and it's not going to hurt you. It would only help. And like I said, when those opportunities become available and you're there and you're qualified, then that's how you keep, making those opportunities and leveling up every year, every 2 years, whatever, starting a new position, and things like that. Let's see right here. So this is for, all right, we're looking at help desk roles. This one, all right, this one was posted a week ago. Over 100 people have applied. Let me change that to, all right, only 8. All right, so look at this one here. So this one was posted, let's look at this one here. Help desk support level 1. This is in White Plains, New York. This was posted 9 hours ago. 9 people have applied, or at least clicked applied, right? Because this one is not an easy apply. That means it takes you to the company's website. All right, this is on-site contract, and it is entry level. This is the pay right here. They would like for you to have 1 year at least or more of IT support. They would like for you to know Active Directory, Windows support, experience with high call volume, troubleshooting, Windows, printer support, and have good communication skills. All right, and then let's look. I don't see a certification listed unless you... I do not see a certification listed. All right, so that's one option. And let's look at another one. That's not necessarily New York. All right, let's change this to 20. Let's do the past week. Let's see some more options. All right, this one is Jersey City. This is entry-level IT support in New York. This was posted 2 days ago. 82 people have applied. This is an easy apply. All right, they would like for you to have 2 to 3 years experience. And we are looking for the certifications. Again, I'm not seeing... Yeah, I don't see a certification listed. So if you have your A+ certification and they're not even asking for a certification, I want to say that would put you ahead of the pack for sure. Yeah. So, but again, do your research, keep going to, don't just look at one job description, and then also look on, if you look at Google Jobs, that's another good place. But again, depending on the role that you choose, that will determine the certification that you require. To work in the cloud, those are different certifications than being a system administrator, than being a pen test engineer, than working on servers in Linux, right? All of those are different certifications. So you really want to do your research and then make sure that you're making the right decision. Don't just take 20 certifications because someone told you to, because that's time and that's money, right? And you want to be specific and you want to be focused on the certifications that you need. Let's see. Bushwick, Brooklyn. Yeah, I'm from Crown Heights. All right. Oh, Mr. Fantastic. Okay, I'm glad that you guys are getting something from this. No worries, Marco. So, and the naming convention can be a bit tricky, but remember, just read the job descriptions. If they're looking for an engineer, then that might not be what you're looking for. If you're just looking for like an IT role in cybersecurity, then the ones that I mentioned, that's what you can definitely look into. Or just start at help desk and work your way up as well. Okay. All right. Hopefully, Joelle, I answered your question. We did look at some help desk roles in New York City. Could you go live in the near future and speak on what to expect during IT job interviews? You know what, Kirill, that's really good. Okay. I think I might even do a class on that one. Because yeah, so I actually record all my interviews and all the crazy questions that they ask sometimes. So that's actually a really good idea. I'm going to write that down. So thank you, Kiro. All right. Interview questions. All right. All right. No, thank you. Thank you. Joelle says I have 6 months. Should I still apply? Oh, definitely. So applying to jobs is not going to hurt. Yeah, and it's a numbers game. But also, personally, hold on one second. Personally, looking at job descriptions or working with LinkedIn, I would prefer if recruiters are reaching out to me as opposed to me just applying to 1,000 jobs, right? And that's why having a really good LinkedIn page, that's where that comes in, right? So your page is like the bait and you're putting that out there and you want a recruiter to see that and to bite and to say, okay, this is who you are. Tell me about yourself. Or like, okay, I looked at your profile. You look like a good match. Send me your resume. Let's talk and go from there. So you definitely want to do both. You want to apply to jobs. You want to have a great LinkedIn page. So recruiters reach out to you. And then you also want to network and you want to connect with recruiters on LinkedIn because recruiters are going to post about jobs. Maybe, sometimes before they're posted someplace else, right? So they might say, we're looking for an IT specialist in Los Angeles. If you or someone is interested, then have them reach out to me or apply or whatever the case may be. So those are the 3 things that you want to do. You want to network, you want to have a great LinkedIn page, and you want to definitely apply. Okay. All right, guys. Wow. Okay, that was a long class. I think this might be one of the longest classes that I've done, but I hope that you guys got a lot of really good information from there. And again, these are some of the resources that we looked at: CompTIA.org, Perscalis.org, Udemy.com, and then YouTube. If you have any questions, you can email me. And so like, as I mentioned, I'm really looking into an IT school of my own because I'm just hearing too many stories of folks being taken advantage of. And a lot of folks who have IT schools don't work in IT or cyber. They're just doing it for the money. And I really want to help folks make the right choice, as opposed to, like I said, you don't need to get 20 certifications. You need to focus on what it is that you want to do and get certifications for that job. But all that information will be coming out hopefully in the next couple months. Yeah, it should be on the screen. It's Monique at businessprep.com. Okay. So yeah, so reach out. Hopefully I answered your questions. If you have more questions, send me an email. Next week, we are going to talk about LinkedIn. We're going to have a class about how to create a really great LinkedIn page. And Kirill, thank you so much for that idea about the interview questions. I think that'll be a really good class. I'm not sure if we're going to do classes for the month of August. Because I'm actually going to be in some training for myself. I'm studying for, I think I mentioned my Azure, the Microsoft Cloud training, and I want to say that's going to be at night. So I probably will not be available for the month of August, but we should be back in September, God's will, and have some really good, really good news for you guys. All right. So thank you guys again. I'm going to go watch President Biden's speech and see what's going on with this country. You guys be safe out there. We'll see you next Wednesday. All things LinkedIn. And we'll see you then. Thank you guys so much. Be safe. Bye.